lumber truck, and this is the most frustrating part. I got a fancy ass van, and the old van, oh man, I could take the 12-footers. The only drawback was I could only get 12-foot, 12-inch wide boards. That was it. Another place I could get them longer, but I elected not to do it because I know where they come from. They're outside, and going that long, it could warp on the stairs. So I'm going to put a piece here, like I did here, and I'm going to put the support around here. We got a bathroom going in here, which is kind of cool, but it also causes headaches. The big thing I want to touch on, and I see it all the time, we're going to put a beam across here, 2 by 12. I'm going to hook into this. I'll make a notch, and I'm going to hook into there, and then I can bolt it. We can drill after, bolt it from the other side. And if you see the way we did this, how we have it sitting on the sill, we're going across. You won't see it on any of my jobs, hangers. And you might say, oh, well, why don't you just put a hanger here and bolt in? I've been to so many houses. You know, at one point I would do like 6 kitchens at the same time, and I go in, and a lot of times we did concrete countertops, we poured on site. One house that we did, we had the concrete, and you can picture 2 bags of cement, 160 pounds, water, maybe 200 pounds, additives, and other good stuff in there. And what happened was, it's going like this, right? The waves going boom, boom. And what was literally happening was these trusses were going like that with the weight, like that. And the reason is, a lot of times with these hangers, is they don't cut it very straight. They have to be almost perfect. And then they put all these woods in, and especially with these things, that's only 5/8 thick. And that's only a 2 by 3 there. That's it. That's it. They go cheap as cheap, is my opinion. That's why next time I'll use web trusses. I'm not going to use these anymore. And what happened is the whole floor went like that, and our concrete on top separated. And it separated, how did it go? Cement at the bottom, sand, rocks, and then water on top. Yeah, the whole house. I hate hangers. I hate them with a passion. So our beam is going to go under here, right across. And you see here, all our beams are on ledges, plus another ledge. Like on this, the beam almost has 12 inches of support. I did this on the CNC. Could I have done that? Maybe. Whatever, you know, guys are doing it, make it look so easy. I've seen so many mistakes with stairs, like borderline, break your leg kind of stairs. Here with the overhang, I'll have a full 12 inches. I'm allowed 1 1/4 bullnose, but if you're in some say in Canada you're allowed 3/4. They want you to have a little overhang here. And in my case, I'm at a full 12-inch step. But with the CNC and with the software, I ended up exact. And the big thing is, I tested this. I'm within 1/8 of an inch. I've done all the measurements yesterday. I'm already here. I'm just waiting for the truck. And we're ready to go. The big headache that we have, where other people won't do it, we're downtown. We're on 300-year-old land that changed hands. This father had a farm here. He divided up for his kids. He subdivided this, and it V's. We're in about this much at the end here from the front. 12 inches this way, 12 inches that way. So we just got to live with the room and follow it.
Okay, so this is an example how I did it. There's a couple of programs out there that are stair designers that are specifically designed for this, where you can get in here within like a 1/16 of an inch if you want to be that finicky all the way down here. And it's pretty easy to really do it. So I go here, new stairs. So I'm going a straight model. You can go left, right, even U-turns, platforms, landings. In my case, I love straight stairs. I love the elegance of it. I hate turns because when you try to take stuff up, back in my day, I used to move stuff. It's a total nightmare. And, I've seen situations where people want to take down handrails to get furniture up that was oversized. So to just go straight, I know it takes a lot of more room in the house, but that's just my opinion. Now, here, so I have my height right up to the top. I took the level on the old section when right across, it was 109.5. My length, I I played with this, and you're going to see why. I went back and forth a few times. So my sweet spot is 165 inches. That's the length, and the width not really important. I put about 40, and it's 39.3, but it's really about over a little over 40 inches. But that doesn't make a difference. So I click OK. There it is, right here. I got 11-inch steps. My risers I could check. I know I'm about 7, but I could check right here. Now view right here. Now I got to make a stringer board, eh? And this is where it really 3D tool modify. Now I'm going to show this part right there. Now right here has all my parts laid. Like, I'm not going to click it. There's a bit of a program with Windows, and if I click that, it kind of screws me up. It'll crash the program. So I'm going to go File, Save As, oops, and you can go right here, Cancel, Export, DXF. Remember I said that word? DXF. There we go. Okay. There you go. And then once I get it, I can save it wherever. Now, I imported it here. I can just go File, import, vector, same as DXF. It goes up here. I got left or right. Let's go. You need permission. Okay, so it doesn't want to give me permission, but that's irrelevant. This is the file right here. And I've used this before in the CNC. Like, I've used solid hardwood here, like about 14 inches, and grooved the steps right in here to fit in. They were insane. I did it with oak. I've done it with maple. I always use the hardwoods. And the strength is insane, And I have this right here, This is my, this is a line. I want to show you 1 sec why it's important. I got to go here. And get my scissor. And I got to clear all this crap out. It won't let me rejoin. And then I just cut all this crap out. Now let's go here. I'm not really here to give a lesson on this. I will show one part. Remember, this is real time. This is the real height. And you take your tape measure. There goes 1 second. A little fast with tape measure. It's still a little rough, even though I've used it for God knows how long. Sometimes I double click. So remember, you are going to fumble with this program. And I'm 104, 105, 7 inches. I'm pretty much spot on to the 109. And I'm a, touch less. I'm going to adjust a little bit here. I'm pretty confident with this. And then you can even, go here and see how long you are out. So it gives you an idea. So I'm 162. And if I go here, I'll show you here. I'll just draw a line just to show you. 120, 12, 144. So I'm right about here. This is where we ended up with our 12-foot beam. Right was right about here. And I have the headers up above. So I want to give more room in the bedroom. I don't want to take more over here. But this is the height you got to watch right here. From here down to here. It has to be 6 feet 8. And you always want to go a few inches longer. You don't want to tie that too much. So I won't bore you with the last part because this is I'm trying to show how to build stairs, but not really. Now I cut my stringers like this. All right, and that's the way I could fit it on a 4. This is 4 feet by 8 feet sheet, and I did it with maximum less wastage. I could have went a little tighter here, but sometimes I'm afraid, the suction and things like that might separate. I still got lots of plywood left, and I could make them out of plywood and just laminate them, and they would be amazing. But it was going to take a lot of plywood, and I like using the 2x12s. I think 2x12s are just more rigid than lots of plywood. So there is that option, and that's really it. That's how I did it.
We have our beam in, and you can see right along here, might have been overkill. Could I have put it flush and tied in the joists? Yeah, you can, and if I put a solid beam this way from there and take the weight, I'm allowed to do it. Why didn't I do it? Well, one, I got a room that's going here. So this is going to be covered up. This is going to be the room. But I'm not a fan. Remember I said I don't like joist hangers? No, I'll keep saying it in this video. I hate joist hangers. Anytime I can lose them, I will. So this will be more strong. The only drawback is I want this open, but I have to get support at the end of the beam. And I went for a steel jack. And I heard other comments saying, you can't use them. There's a lot of weird stuff out on the internet. I checked with Canadian Code. You can, these are 8,800 pounds that's coming here. And if you see, there's no way in hell it's 3,800 pounds. So I got Prince here today. He's doing all the grunt work because what hurt us in this, when I first did the plans for the house, I was thinking the stairs up front, but I ended up down here. And that's, we'll get into that later. So I am losing a bit of a dining room table here. Like the space comes at a cost. I'm going to leave it. I got room down here to put a table, which is nice. But I still got massive kitchen island here, which I will not, I'm not going to let go. I'm not going to make it shorter. I'm not going to do anything like that. So the template was basically now drawn out here. I'll have to use 2. I couldn't get 16 footers straight where we are. There was one store, so I'll end up here with the support, which is cool. All right. Now Prince wants to cut, and I'm like, he always wants to disturb my video, but I'm gonna go let him cut, and I gotta cut here. I gotta set up cut Prince because I need to.
They're gonna do like a huge lunge.
right, so I have the stairs like dry fitted right here. I know it looks nasty with the styrofoam. We took off some of the concrete. We had all bracing up here, and we didn't realize we didn't have access to water. So the thing is, with your step, it has to sit on wood all the way. So we have this 2x12. I'll sit there. We snuck an inch and a half 2x4 there. That'll keep it away. Then we're going to install our skirt after. And I'm very happy. This is the biggest thing. You even saw in one of my videos, the island video, when you get old and new. Remember, this section here is new. And this is old. This is original house. Now look at this. I can put my level on here and we're perfect. This is the biggest scourge I see. I don't know how many homes I've been to, and they could never get it right. And this is the other big thing with doing it on the CNC. So I'm allowed 3/8 difference if you make a mistake, but there will be no 3/8. So we're gonna put 3 stringers here, 1, 2, 3. I mean, I got this, if you step on it, because the beam is right there. I've taken the strength of the beam and put it on that step. So when you walk up here on your first step, it's just like concrete. So I got to put a couple of strips here. So when we go here after we put the drywall, we got something to hang.
Go.
Now, there's plastic straps here with the styrofoam, and you can screw right into it. Now I'm just going here, and we're using industrial 6-inch, and these babies really grab, so look at that, did a really nice job. I mean, that's not going anywhere. But I didn't like the first one I did, so I just spin. So all I do is the same. We have the 2x4 back here, so I'm just kind of aiming in the middle. So I'm just kind of coming up. I got a nice runway. And you can put the drywall right over this. It's already vapor barrier ready. You don't need a vapor barrier. That one spinned out. I wasn't happy. I'm gonna try one here. I'm pre-drilling because sometimes with the wood, you get big screws like that. If you go too close here, you can't. The wood's dry. You can't crack. That one grabbed. The other one let go. That could have been because when you're holding it, and I was a little like this, and I kind of, now look at this. Look at this. We have this so level. We're so happy, me and Prince, right now, because we've been spending the last few days putting all this together and thinking, okay, we're going into an old to new, and we know, if you remember the video, I did do an inch off on that side, and that was because that side was higher. They couldn't get a jackhammer in here. We couldn't take out. There was a rock right there, which was fantastic to have that rock there for our foundation, but it threw it off, and that was on me. I got the rotary laser now. For next time, that won't ever happen again. But regardless, those are the little things it's gonna happen. Now here, this is our bathroom. I'm gonna put this as a divider where I want to end up. All right, so come around here. I'm going to put a wide door here. I'm going to open it this way. Yes, it's going to stop at the beam. And I put the toilet here. You have lots of room. What's cool with this, I'm going to leave this high ceiling in here. I want you to come in here and then feel like it goes on forever. Like it kind of maybe put some lights in there, coming down. We'll paint a sky ceiling. I did that in Montreal, my old house. So the toilet's here. It's not too bad. I was debating whether or not I should have put it there. They said you leave 5'8", but I was too scared because I thought it'd be here. Here now, I could sneak. The vanity will go here, line right here where that pipe is, because this pipe was pretty good actually. So I'll come out here about 24 inches. So if I have a vanity here, put the tap this way, man, look at this, eh? So your vanity ends here, you have all this room. So then they're gonna run the water lines there. The guy hurt his back when he was doing it. He wanted to put it underneath the concrete, but I'm just as glad he didn't do it because of the in-floor heating and stuff, and it'll kind of interfere. This way he can easily come across the beam, and I'll make sure he can drop his water lines for a toilet and two back here, hot and cold. So we're gonna keep installing, and hopefully I won't talk too much and we'll finish this. All right, Prince, you got your little job.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I cut, I measured, and see some of the crack there in this wood, but I only need an edge. It's because we're giving all the good wood to the Americans, and we're keeping all the crap. It's small joke. Now I'm gonna get it here. I want to attack. I want to hammer these in, but not like, oh my God, I want to knock anything out, but I want the glue to kick in. All right. So that acts as a bridge, but it's not just one. I got two. The force I would take to rip it out would be a lot. And with the little metal 1/8 bracket underneath, well, what's stronger, this or those brackets? I think the brackets suck. Yeah, I said it. They suck. They're expensive. They're like, and I think it's like some of the other stuff. It's marketing. Imagine 120 years ago, these guys that built this house, you told them about brackets, they're like, what? No, I make a notch and everything falls in. Now I'm gonna go here. I'm towed in there, and towing on the other side. I could have used two 2x6s, but I was afraid I couldn't hammer, I couldn't get it in, and it was too tight for me. So I chickened out and I just used a 2x4. What's nice is, remember what I was saying, we're a little crooked, and it's not crooked, bit of an angle, and I'm okay with that. So I'm using 1/2 inch on this one, the bottom one. The first one I tested, I used 3/4, but on this one, no. And I'll tell you why. I want an extra, because we brought this up, we're about a 1/2 inch difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal a 1/4 inch, because 1/2 inch is 1 inch, and I'm going to slowly steal it just to get it. Then when I put my steps and I can, finished part. What's cool about this is, look at this, eh? Why don't I use the spray foam? I prefer this for this. This stuff can be a pain in the ass. Like your hand can be tired from. So what I do is I go here And this is more the crap side. You know, this is a little more finished right here to here. Line up with here, a touch there. But that's unimportant. And I'm going to turn the radio off before. Are these nails? You can see they're shanked at the end. They got rings. So this is nice. I'm only going to put a couple here, just keep them sliding. You're going to see why in a sec. Kind of look here, see where your screws are. Try to stay away. I'm just going to sneak one more. Now I'm going to glue this, so I'll have 1 inch. And my next one, I marked the front. I bought these already cut half from the store only because it's hard for me now. I got my new van and it's hard for me to take stuff like this anymore. So look at that, doesn't that fit nice? And how am I doing there? Look at that. So now I can go to town on this. I gotta make sure it doesn't slide on me. Okay, so we know we got the 2x6 right here. I know I got the piece right here in the middle, and I know at the end. The end you gotta watch. You gotta make sure you don't get too happy there. Keep it right back. And you can always check to make sure. Now I'm gonna go with my middle here. You could do whatever pattern you want. Like I like doing this. And now I'm going to get my end. This is going on an angle, see? What I don't want is I don't care about that side, but here I got to put a little piece there. So I don't want it to fall out. Now here, I got the edge. Here, and the only thing I'm going to do different from the others, you know, see I have 6.5 there, 6.5 there. Pretty cool, eh? And I'm going to be like that. Now I'm going to put the 3/4, right? And then what I do with my steps, I'm only going to use a 1/2 inch on there, and I'll be exactly 7 inches. So I am so stoked. And it's like walking on concrete. Like you got so much support. And we changed our mind. The announcement, major announcement. We showed the video when the guys polished, or didn't really polish concrete, but level it. They did a really good job. I mean, I was surprised how flat they got it. They didn't use power trowels or anything mechanical, and they went over lightly. And what they did in a lot is now it's made easy for us to polish, because when you vibrate too much, your rocks, this settles here, and if you see it, it's not even. And it looks horrible. You'll see rocks there, bare spot there, rocks. These guys did an amazing job. The fiber, I'm not even going to put relief cuts. We got 7 inches here and 8 inches over there all the way through. And then the back wall, we have over 1 foot. And we also have a little bit of a beam here. We left part of they had a wall here, concrete wall. We just left it in there. We buried it. So I'm getting damn confident. I'm going to polish this. I'm going to need some help because of the equipment. And where I am, I mean, all I have is a grinder. And so I'm going to do it. Yeah. So I'm going to get this job done, one job at a time. And I do have an extension on this house. Thank you. Because now we're getting into finishing stuff and it's going to take long. All right. So I better shut up, get the rest of these risers on. And that's it. I love this gun. I mean, you see me use it, you know, like I see I got my last one here. And when it runs out, it stops. All right, so I spent the afternoon and I got them all in, all the way up. That's it. And I cheated here, a 1/4 inch. That's it. It looks easy, but man, it's a lot of work. Everything's glued in, and I'll put hardwood or reclaimed. I'm not sure yet. Will it be quarter-sawn white oak or the reclaimed that we salvaged from this house? Anyways, thanks for watching. Remember, Katie Custom Woodworking. Subscribe. I know I keep asking every time. I sound like a broken record. That's what keeps us going. And anybody gets anything from it, beautiful. I love woodworking. I'm happy about this. So, I mean, the template, I'm going to say this again, because I dwelled on a lot. The template will save your ass if you're not used to it, like slapping one of these, and it can just save you a lot of hurt if you have the inspector. So, you got to be careful. Like, imagine yanking this out and redoing it. I'd cry. All right. See you next week. Bye.